welcome to today's video on 6 common punctuation problems and how to fix them. I'm going to take you through 6 of the most common problems ESL learners make with punctuation and show you how to fix them with examples. So let's get started. Number 1, using the comma incorrectly. One of the most common punctuation mistakes is using the comma incorrectly. The comma is used to separate items in a list, to separate two independent clauses, and to set off introductory phrases. However, many ESL learners place commas in the wrong places or omit them entirely. Let's take a look at some examples. Example 1. This is incorrect. I went to the store and bought milk, bread, and eggs. Correct. I went to the store and bought milk, comma, bread, comma, and eggs. Example 2. This is incorrect. I like to swim, but I don't like to run. Here's the correct version. I like to swim, comma, but I don't like to run. Example 3. Another incorrect. After I finished my homework, I watched TV. And here's the correct version. After I finished my homework, comma, I watched TV. So the next problem is using the apostrophe incorrectly. Another common punctuation mistake is using the apostrophe in the wrong place. The apostrophe is used to show possession or to indicate the omission of letters in contractions. However, many ESL learners use apostrophes where they don't belong or omit them when they're needed. Let's take a look at some examples. Example 1. An incorrect example. The cat chased its tail. Here's a correct example. The cat chased its tail. There's no apostrophe there. It's not needed. Example 2. Incorrect. I'm going to the store. There's no apostrophe. The correct version, I'm, has an apostrophe. I'm going to the store. And you can see the apostrophe there between I and M. The next problem is using a semicolon incorrectly. Semicolons are often misused or neglected by ESL learners, and they're actually very useful. We can use them in a lot of different ways. It's used to connect two closely related independent clauses or ideas, and it can also be used to separate items in a list when the items themselves contain commas. Here's an example, an incorrect example. I have a big exam tomorrow, comma, I need to study all night. Here's a correct example using the semicolon. I have a big exam tomorrow, semicolon. I need to study all night. That would make sense because it's connecting two closely related independent clauses. So the next problem is using the colon incorrectly. The colon is used usually to introduce a list, explanation, or quotation. However, a lot of ESL learners use it incorrectly or they don't use it at all when it's needed. And here's an example. Incorrect example. I need to buy some groceries, milk, bread, and eggs. We don't see any colons here, so it's very confusing what they're actually asking. Here's the correct example. I need to buy some groceries, colon, milk, bread, and eggs. So you can see a big difference here. Colons can be really useful to help us with lists and different ideas in a list. So this is a good way to use the colon. Problem 5, using the exclamation mark incorrectly. So the exclamation mark is used to show strong feelings or emphasis. However, many ESL learners use it too frequently or incorrectly. Let's take a look at some examples. Example 1, incorrect. I'm so tired, exclamation mark. The correct version, I'm so tired. We shouldn't really use the exclamation mark because it's for really strong feelings or emphasis. Here's another example, incorrect. The concert was amazing. 1, 2, 3 exclamation marks. We don't need 3 exclamation marks. The correct example, the concert was amazing. So there are times when you can use an exclamation mark, but it should be to show very strong feelings or emphasis. And if we do use it, we should just use 1 exclamation mark, not 3, and it needs to really be showing something strongly. Problem 6, using the period incorrectly. Periods are also known as full stops, and this is of course used to indicate or show the end of a sentence. However, a lot of learners use this incorrectly or they don't use it at all. This is a huge problem. Let's look at an example. Incorrect. I went to the store. There's no period, there's no full stop. And also the I is not capitalized. The correct example, I went to the store, capital I, and a full stop period at the end. So those are 6 common punctuation issues that ESL students commonly face. I hope you found that useful, and I hope you're able to fix them in the future with your speaking and your writing. Remember to take your time and practice with these. If you have any questions or you have any feedback or comments, leave them in the comments below. If you'd like any help with improving your English, feel free to check out my website where you can get more tips, advice, and knowledge. You can also look at the other videos, so feel free to subscribe to get more help with improving your ESL. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye bye.